We are live, kids.
We're back again.
Back
Yeah.
again.
Welcome to another episode here with your dolls, Arena T's, bitch.
Yeah.
You already know this language is going to be real foul, honey, for you hoes,
Okay.
bitch. So, as always, if you want to contact us, readings, spell work, consultation, RainaTees@gmail.com will be down in the description
Yes,
box.
ma'am.
And we have a treat for you tonight. We have a
We
treat for you tonight.
do.
How are you, Miss Raina?
Girl,
What's tea, sis?
I'm good. How about yourself? How are you
Bitch, I'm
doing?
feeling marvelous on this blessed weekend,
Yes.
honey. Just feeling ourselves,
Blessed
girl.
weekend.
And a huge shout out to our supporters out there. You guys reach out to us in the comment section and emails. We appreciate you guys. We enjoy you guys
Yes.
sipping the tea with us, bitch, and getting real raunchy up in here. Because, bitch,
Yes.
it's no games over here,
It's
honey.
none at all. Okay.
So, with that being said, our topic and discussion for tonight, we will be doing a reading as well as, bitch, spiritual interpretation on
Yes.
the Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson situation, girl. That situation and breakup, girl.
Oh, yes.
So, what are you feeling about that title, Miss Raina, bitch? How are you feeling? What have you
About Miss
picked up from
Ariana
these two
and
girls?
Pete,
Yeah.
I feel like it was very fast. It was very fast. I never took it
Mhm.
serious.
Mhm.
This is play. These are two young, dumb kids,
Mhm. Mhm.
okay, who act and behave younger than their age, who have
They've had a
money.
very show. Well, I don't know about Pete. I don't know that much about Pete's backstory, but at least Ariana, you know, through her whole like she started as a child in theater and kind of like that route. And they do say that those people are a little bit more disassociated with reality and I guess like the real struggles. I mean, she's kind of her whole career has led her into stardom and being just that girl. I'm not saying it doesn't come with its own strife, bitch, but I feel like the girls brought up under stardom, they have like a lapse in their mental and emotional growth kind of situation. What are you feeling about that? Like
I
as I say
agree.
that.
I think that they do. And I feel like these celebrities, they live a very fast life and they do so much and they jump in head first. They
Mm-hmm.
don't like to pause and evaluate and be intimate on a
Bitch, we just talked about that in with Harry and Meghan Markle, bitch.
we
Check that video out, honey. Clock
okay
that
check
tea over
clock
there.
yes clock that tease. But
Also on our page, Miss Video. But go ahead.
yeah, but I feel like these celebrities, they don't take the time to really know each other. It's like they just jump into this. They micro or they compact the relationship in months and
Mm-hmm.
weeks compared to regular folks who it may take years. So I feel like a 10-year relationship, these celebrities can condense into 6 months, and go places, do
Yes.
everything, get the tattoos, get the $100,000
Bitch, I
rings.
ain't never considered getting no motherfucking tattoo, nothing on me. Like, what is that going on? But look at their generation too. I mean, they're like 93, bitch. They're like young, just
Young.
turned 25, just hit their quarter. And I feel like it's because we're millennials too, but like we're kind of like the OG
We're
millennials.
the OG
So
millennials.
we always say that. But the OG millennials. So it's like we came into I don't know, like when we were around, it wasn't like people were striving for fame. Like fame took work. It took legitimacy and it took like art and having real
And
talent.
talent,
Now it's
yeah.
just so easy for these girls to, turn on a phone. So they're always pushing for the extremes. Like they're so desensitized to I think the reality and the severity and like you said, like applying rationale to their decisions. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? They
it's
don't look at the next 10
they
years or the next
don't.
5
It's very
years.
middle school. Like, let's date for a week because we like each other. We both think we're cute, and let's see where it goes.
Right.
And
I'm
because
not a see where it go type of hoe. Like a man
right,
tell me, bitch, oh, I want to see where it goes. I'm kind of like, girl, yeah, no. And I'm not saying, I'm just aiming for bitch falling in love, or that's not, if there if even still is a dating bitch culture left, honey,
yeah.
but
But
that's not the dating culture.
it's like if you have money and you can just erase things and just, at a whim, these people, they want to live life, get married, get divorced, no tea, date somebody else, get married for 3 years, divorced, have 7 kids, and they can do this. They can afford to live this fast life and have these
Mm-hmm.
different chapters of love in their lives, and marry 5 people in 10 years and shit.
So let me give my interpretation on those two, or do you want to like touch personally on those two?
You can go
What do
ahead.
you think about Pete Davidson? Like, what are you picking up from his persona and his vibe?
I do feel like he is mentally challenged.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
do.
that's T. Did you read that T? Because that's
No,
already the
it's
T,
what. Yeah, I
honey.
mean, I
That's
did
the
read it,
T.
but I do see it in him too. I see that he doesn't get a
Mm-hmm.
lot of sleep. I see that he is a very manic type person. I'm picking that up when
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at him. Um, and I feel like Ariana, she gravitates towards him. I feel like Ariana gets excitement from these troubled guys. There's in her life, I
Yes.
feel like she wants that excitement, but only to a certain limit.
Well, let's get into that. And I want to share my perspective on that because I definitely agree with you 100% about what you picked up on from Pete Davidson. He does struggle with self-confidence and self-image issues. That's very much been apparent in the way he's even talked about their relationships. And I feel like, well, I'm not going to make a judgment against all comedians, but I kind of feel like in his case, it's like because he is the scrawny, kind of like wormish looking kid, he has to use comedy as a way to kind of connect with people and kind of make that his satire because he doesn't want to face, I think, that reality. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's an escapism. I feel like his comedy persona and him pursuing that because at the core he's still insecure. He's still like going through shit. I think he has. I don't want to, don't quote me, but personality disorder of some sort. Definitely clinical depression, like that's been stated. And in Ariana's case, she's Cancer. Okay, and he's Scorpio. We didn't bring that up, but she's Cancer and he's Scorpio. And I feel like with Cancer, their native energy is to nurture, is to kind of hold and try to fix. And I think they believe sometimes that through loving a person, Pisces, I feel like Pisces is the same way. Bitch, they feel like sometimes through loving a person that they can help heal them, help them overcome their challenges and things. And it's not always the case. Sometimes another bitch's burden is just so heavy that you can't. It doesn't matter what you're giving, girl. Like it's just not enough. So that's what I really picked up from both of their cases, as well as the manic and the extremeness that falls on his side, and possibly her getting that fulfillment, getting that that
Yeah.
value to her life and trying to fix him or work with him or help him in a way.
I mean, but do you think that she is trying to help him? Um,
I think it's like a bit of a catch 20. I don't want to say catch 22. A bit of like a vicious cycle for herself because she gets in with only her. It's like a morality chip that she has that I don't think is authentic. I think it's self-centered in saying
absolutely.
I want to help him because it'll make me feel good as a person. It'll make me feel like
Yeah, but she's not a rider because bitch, she will leave his ass. Okay, she's not a true
girl. But
rider.
honestly, I can't like honestly be mad at her because bitch, at the same time,
Right.
I've experienced being with someone who doesn't have self-esteem in a relationship, and it's very draining. You know, it is very draining. Some people may think it's like a
Yeah.
compliment for a person to say to you, "Oh, well, you know, I put you on a pedestal and you're just like my everything." And I'm just like, wow, like you chose me, you picked me out of everyone like me. It's like, bitch, she shits, eats, and farts too, bitch. Like, oh, okay, like she's pretty and the bitch can blow, but damn, like at the end of the day, the hoe is still human, girl. Like, what's really good? You know, what's
Yeah.
really good that you place her that much? And I think it puts pressure on her to kind of keep up with that or coddle that or like not disappoint him, because that's a pressure. You know what I'm saying? That's a pressure when someone's like, you're just my everything and I know that you were sent into my life to, bitch, you know, just be my soulmate and like you would never turn your back on me. And it's like, okay, bitch, but
Yeah.
guess what? Bitch, I might be mad at your ass 3 weeks from now and I want to fuck with you no more. So like don't hold me to that because it's a lot of pressure.
I mean,
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're doing too much too soon. I feel like she
Absolutely.
should know better. She
And that's a
shouldn't.
part of the element of their relationship too. We will not deny that. You know, it was also like, bitch, you just broke up with your boyfriend. And it's like, and I think when Mac Miller, bitch, was found dead, honey, overdose, that really, yeah, like, girl, that really set her ass right, bitch. Because I'm not saying that she was the cause of it. We will never know those thoughts of Mac Miller, bitch. I mean, we could tap into that, but girl, you know, we'll let her rest. We'll let her rest in peace. But and I'm feeling her spirit. And Mac just came through, and he was like, "Yep, you know, she was a part of it. Definitely, she was a part of it." Because Ariana sells that healer to these men. You know, she sells that she is devoted and a writer, and that she, you know, it's a lot of times with men that are, you know, she had Sean, not Sean Diddy Combs, but he kind of
Big
gives me Puff
Sean.
Daddy. Big Sean, he gives me, he gives me Puff Daddy tease. But she did have him, and that meant his energy was a bit more alpha masculine and kind of confident and assured in himself. But you know, it has been more softer men. Her trajectory and those that she has dated has been like she ain't never been with no motherfucking you know, no buff, you know, I don't even want to say Zach Efron girl, but that's just like, but you know, like a buff trade, like just alpha trade, honey, just giving you like zaddy in a bit, girl. You know, a lot of her lovers have been skinny, kind of twinky, kind of teen heartthrobs and socialite girls. So she's followed that trajectory, and I think now in her relationship evolution, it's kind of gotten to a point where she likes to heal or attempt to heal these broken men.
I mean, I personally feel like she's not healing these men. I feel like that's what we think
not.
when that's what we think she's doing, but I feel like she's there smoking right with his motherfucking ass.
Yeah.
She's getting high right with his motherfucking ass.
And you said she's giving you crackhead teeth.
And I feel like she's a functioning crackhead. I feel like she's a functioning crackhead. I feel like she be smoking weed with them dudes, with all of his friends. She be in the studio or wherever and chilling and smoking with them.
They don't even have to smoke, bitch. They just do the damn oil or gummies,
drinking
bitch.
or whatever.
Like, what's the tea?
Yeah, it's popping their Xannies and fucking and shit. That's what they're doing. The thing is that this guy also has more issues. So
that guy is on drugs. I'm sorry. Like
I feel like she is too. She's just better at
P
hiding
is
it.
on cloud motherfucking 12, bitch. Fuck 9, girl. She is riding zoning in another parallel universe, honey. She's not even here with us, girl. That's not even
guys. Ariana is into these kind of guys. She wants these troubled guys because that's how she really is.
And Demi Lovato was just in, bitch. They had to carry her out on a stretcher, honey. They had to take her away.
All these people are.
Her wig was snatched, girl. And Demi never gave that.
She never gave that tease. All these
so
girls
just
are
imagine.
doing it. Ariana is also doing it. Okay?
Yeah.
Pete is just deeper in his mental health. That's all it is. He's deeper in and he's more troubled than her and he's less famous. Um and I feel
Of
like he has
course.
issues with his looks as well, you know. He has issues with his
Yes.
looks, like you said. I mean, and he's not.
So what would you rate her? I mean, is she cute to you?
She's like she's a 6.5.
I was just gonna say
She's a 6.5.
she's a 6.5. She's definitely a
A
6.5.
6.5 out of 10. Yeah.
But that, along with being trouble girl, I don't think I could handle it either, bitch.
And
So
Ariana is get. That's what Ariana pulls. Like, girl, birds of a feather, honey. She is just like
hello.
Mac. She is just like this guy. She is that chick that has those boyfriends. It's like, yeah, girl, you're a part of it. You are
So
a part
let's
of
get
it.
into this reading, honey. Let's see what the cards have to say about her and Miss P. Davidson. So, bitch, I want the spirits to come through, honey. The spirits of tea, the spirits of truth, of clarity, honey, and motherfucking perceiving. I want to see. I want to know. What do the spirits have to say? Give us the real tea on Pete Davidson and Ariana Grande's now broken relationship, honey. The engagement is off. No wedding bells, bitch. No Four
Girl,
of Wands, girl. None of that.
she
But I
she
knew that was, honey. To be quite honest with you, kids, honey. I don't know, girl. I know we
we
gonna have
already
some
knew that was
youngsters
gonna
coming through.
happen. It's
Bitch,
like
I was like, girl, these two,
we read that story already, girl. She's been told. She has been told, girl. It's
these
like
two. No, bitch. Ain't no way in hell. Like, it, I would have been dead surprised had they even made it past, you know what I'm saying? The 2-3 year mark, if anything. And as we can see, it didn't even go that far. So let's see what the cards have to say. I'm going to split her now. Wow. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Honey.
yes.
We have tea being spilled, girl.
Let's get her.
All the tea being spilled. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Girl, when I tell you,
Well, give, girl. I'm ready.
when I tell the kids that are listening to Raina TVs, girl, y'all better get y'all fucking China, bitch, because this one is going to be a read, honey. All right, let me get these cards together, all aligned, bitch. So the present position, honey, is the Four of Chalices, and she is upright. And I feel like this card is representing Ariana's feelings right now, in that she's always looking to kind of trade up once she gets in the experience of something. This card represents dissatisfaction and boredom. Also, being ungrateful for where you are and what you have. And we've already gotten this tea in the past about Ariana, in that she's been labeled kind of a diva and a bit spoiled and brattish. So it's like, to her, boys are like trying on bags. You know, it's try on the bag, see if, it's designer, bitch, it's hot, the girls are talking about it. But I also feel like this is saying that she's easily persuaded by the opinions of others, because also in the Four of Chalices, we have appearing out of thin air, a hand offering this cup to this person. And cups represent, a spiritual impression, like a spiritual information, emotion, like a feeling. So I also feel like a great deal of her fans and people that have been around her have kind of push this opinion on her as well. Like, she can do better, girl. He's ugly. Like, what? Like, what are you doing, girl? You're stepping down. Or even coming for her about breaking up with Mac Miller, and especially when he died. Like, she was, that information was constantly given to her and bombarded to her. And bitch, I think she's an empath. I definitely get an empath. Bitch, you're Cancer, girl. So like, girl, you already be feeling the shit, girl. What's tea? Cancer and water signs, y'all hoes are already empath, girl. So that's just what it is. And I know that the girls were penetrating her defenses with their feelings. You know, being a celebrity and so many people getting into your mug, your name, your face, your likeness, just obsessed with you. Like, that's a lot of impression, and that's a lot of received energy that she deals with. So I feel like this kind of was pushed on her too, as well as the kind of boredom and dissatisfaction. Like, the guys are like trying on a bag for her. So what are you feeling with this first card?
I feel with the Four of Chalices that Ariana, she's only into herself.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like with the Four of Chalices, um, it's about her, you know. Like she's willing to be there for him in the beginning, but if he doesn't start showing attention to her and start kind of being molded to what she wants in her time frame,
Mm-hmm.
she's gonna
Mm-hmm.
be over it pretty soon, you
And
know.
it's funny that you say time frame, because that comes up in the next card, which is the world card reverse. The world card reverse. So this talks, you know, the world card upright, it talks about healthy cycles being completed, going through the motions, the seasons, learning, growth. Uh, a lot of times, like a congratulations and a just like, girl, you did it. You know, you reached the finish line. Now, time for the next race. But in reverse, this represents a recession. It represents stepping back. It represents kind of going through the same toxic patterns and the same, you know, broken shit. You're going backwards and like you're not going forward. So it's like you're regressing. So what are you feeling with this card as far as, because it
I
hinted on that we spoke on the time.
Yeah, I feel like with the world card is kind of like her not getting what she wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like with the world card, um, she had an idea of how she wants this man to be. And
Mm-hmm.
even with Mac Miller, and I feel like when he killed himself, it shook her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And she's kind of protecting herself because she doesn't want that to happen again with this guy, because I feel like she knows that she can't be that for him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, girl,
Wow.
you're fooling these guys, and you want their energy, but not for that long. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to soak up their infatuation with you,
Yes.
and you like it. She's very attracted to the infatuation that these guys give her, and their focus is on her, and it's kind of
Mm-hmm.
like a deflection from whatever they're going through. But
Mm.
when she starts shifting and she's not the priority, she's only willing to give you for so long
Mm.
because she is diva tease. You know what I'm saying? When
She
you're not
is.
giving her, then she kind of stops giving a fuck about your issues, and it's more about like her.
Yeah.
And that's when she breaks off. So I kind of feel like that's what's happening. And she's feeling defeated. I think she's feeling stupid. I feel like she feels dumb. Um, because you were trying to set up a world with this guy over here, you know, getting engaged. Like, you were really gonna marry him, girl. Like, really? But I feel
Yeah.
like I
I find that hard. I just found it hard to believe. I was just like
yeah.
looking at it and I'm like, what are you trying to sell me,
What
girl? Because I'm
fantasy is
really
this,
not
girl? What fantasy
buying
did you
it.
believe?
I am not buying it. Okay, so I definitely agree with that. That was a bitch perfect assess bitch assessment of bitch the relationship and where you felt it was going. So Miss Third Card, honey, goal or destiny? Goal or destiny? The Six of Swords, bitch. So bitch, you was already made like and I feel like we said this about Meghan Markle, honey. Like they already got the phase 1, 2 women. And not even, you know, because there are a lot of women out there, you know, they still haven't leveled up to that type of being, that type of Jezebel, that type of succubus spirit, but these women in the industry, they have to be this way in a way. Like, and I know it sounds like I'm very much sympathizing, but I do want to play devil's advocate in a bit, because like the stats are already against them. They can't go into this and think they're gonna survive being like the sweet and oh my god, just so open to the world, and oh my god, I love everyone and peace and love. No, like they can play that and they can give these hoes that shit on the surface, but these hoes be rock fucking stone hard killers, okay? Like, so with the Six of Swords, it represents someone who they got out when the situation was bad. Like this bitch is on the boat, honey. She's leaving troubled waters. She has a kid next to her in the depiction, and she's being ferried away by a man. And this represents like having the intellectual knowledge and sometimes even being forced because the situation is so extreme that you have to leave a situation, bitch. You have to go. And I feel like when you get into a relationship and a person exhibits red flags very early on, like he's already telling you, oh yeah, I'm the type of person like I fucking like think about killing myself all the time, or whatever little things he's possibly said that triggered or made representation to his personality disorder or his lack of self-esteem or his depression. And I feel like as a sane bitch, as a bitch that's really like, you already know, like, yeah, I'm gonna stick around for this, but this shit sound like it's gonna be too much because I'm that same bitch too. Like, if a person comes to me, platonic or romantic, and they're just like, they're laying their shit storm all on the table, like, am I really gonna sit there? Am I really gonna set myself up for spending the next however many years of my life trying to fix another person? So I feel like when it first came up and she, homeboy first started acting up, like Raina said, she was living for the tea. Like, oh my God, yes, baby, I can handle you. And I'm just that girl, bitch. God is a woman. I'm her. And, soak up to me. But then when the responsibility became real for her, like she really started to see the problems and it really started to manifest itself. It's kind of like that video, bitch, with Rihanna, bitch, we found love in a hopeless place, girl. Trade was fine and it was fun on the roller coaster at first. Ariana Grande needs to come out with that. Like, she needs to remix that song, bitch. I think I can already see her giving the video. But as her song, bitch, we found love in a hopeless place, girl. That is your music video, bitch, with this song. And you had to leave. Rihanna had to leave at the end, girl. So I feel like, yeah, the escape route was already planned when this nigga started acting up and exuding his issues. What about you? What are you seeing?
I agree with everything you said. You said it very well. And also, Ariana's the type of bitch that like when she cuts you off, when y'all break up, she's not going to like sympathize for you, be there for you. It's like a cut, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you're fucked basically. And she's moving on, and in 3 months she's gonna have another boyfriend. So that's how it goes. So you're left kind of like gagging, picking up the pieces, because this girl has moved the fuck on to somebody else. So I feel like that's what it is. She will buy you. She will like, girl, you are over there. That's how it is. Yeah, she will put you over there, and she's not fucking with you. She will pay you dust, and it will never be what it was. Yeah, this bitch who had your dick all the way in her motherfucking throat, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Looking at you 7 months later like you are nothing. And I feel like that is what, yeah, that is how she is. And like you said, these girls, they have to be like that, you know what I'm saying? So, well, they don't have to. It's like, y'all could just get to know the person, and stop getting engaged, stop getting tattoos, stop tumbling.
That with that fast fucking like you're still on Disney, girl. This ain't no Disney
fast ass roller coaster. Y'all going at 1,000,000 miles a second. Like, slow it the fuck down. Like, y'all hoes acting like y'all finna die in 3 years. Like, if your lives and for a lot of them, their lives are shorter. But it's like, damn, y'all acting like y'all just are on a time clock. Mm-hmm. It's like, how many people are you gonna? They could just be with so many people in their lifetime. It's crazy.
And that's a lot of energy that you're taking on. And that's bitch, you're like getting already into the next steps, girl. So the next card is the Nine of Wands, and that came up reversed. Okay. So the Nine of Wands upright, it represents being hardened. It represents going through enough life experiences that you are not one to take risks, and you know when to establish boundaries. You know when to cut off. You know when to kind of like put the fork, or I'm sorry, draw the line and put the fork, girl. Draw the line in the road and kind of say this is enough. But I think in this card presenting itself, it is saying that that aspect of Ariana is there because, like Raina said, bitch, like it's cut off, girl, and I don't want anything to do with you anymore, kind of thing for her. Um, but it's still warped because she's still finding herself in these type of relationships where she's dealing with these type of men. At least recently, her last now two have been these type of guys, and it's like, when did you gonna level up, honey? When are you gonna level up, sis? Like Sierra said, bitch. Like it's, it comes a point in your life where you realize, okay, like this is the same result, bitch. I keep getting with this type. Maybe I should gravitate towards another type. And it's like she likes also to date people. I also feel with this card too. She likes to date people who are not gonna challenge her. You know what I'm saying? A person who has a weakened defense system, because this card upright represents having boundaries and knowing when to establish boundaries and knowing when not to place another person before yourself. And when you have crushes like this, when you have infatuations, when you're just fiending for this nigga and his dick, or fiending for that fish, girl, she going off and she with another man or whatever, and you're just like, bitch, I need to have her possess her. Bitch, that's you giving them people power. I don't give a fuck, bitch. What type of spell you doing to bind their ass and bring them back? Bitch, they still have power in the fact that you are, like, you put your life aside for them. And you ain't never supposed to give no bitch no power like that. Don't you ever, bitch, give no girl that power. What? To bitch be, I'll bring your ass back now, but it ain't, it's the proof of point for me if I gotta go in and do magic on your ass, bitch. It's a proof of point to me. But not because, bitch, I want you, I need you, no, like that sort of shit leads you into that sort of manic, selfless depression, and this guy might actually kill himself. He may suffer worse. You know what I'm saying? That Mac Miller girl, and it's because he didn't have no boundaries. Like, you let this girl come into your life, and you're thinking like, oh my god, like she's just like, just put her way up here and yourself way down here, and then the minute she spits on you, it just reflects back to you that you were not enough. You were never good enough. Like, that's what's going through his mind right now. And I don't know. Like, what are you seeing with this card, bitch? This Nine of Wands reversed.
You touched on Ariana, but with this card, I want to touch on Pete because I feel like Pete might have had issues growing up with his family. And with his mom. I'm not sure what relationships he had with his parents, and taking care of him and helping him with his mental health. I don't know if they weren't helpful with him. And I feel like he built a wall early in life, but it has shambled as he got older. And that's how women like Ariana can get through that wall and break him, because I feel like he has a wall that he doesn't let certain people in, but women like her or beautiful women, he has a weakness. And I feel like he gives himself so easily over. It's like he hands over everything to them. It's like, here, and then when they break him,
that's Scorpio tease, honey.
Yeah, he's so shattered. He's so shattered, so this and that. But it's like, girl, come on. Like, you should have known. You should have known. but I feel like he's very careless with his heart. He's very careless with his emotion. It's very throwaway. It's like you give it to the prettiest face. You know, you give your heart to the prettiest girl who looks at you and tells you that she loves you or whatever. Um, and somebody with issues like him, that's broken like him, that has a weathered fence that got openings all through it. It's not good to be just giving yourself up, just having the hurricane, just another hurricane girl just coming through, and you already fucked up, girl. It's like, yeah, girl, like build your house, sis. Focus on building your fence up, get your, rebuild. Focus on you.
I feel like though it was something that you said, something that you touched on. You were kind of like, I think it was the bit about the pedestal and kind of giving. I lost my train of thought, but the I definitely feel like this card does touch on both of them, but definitely more so towards him, in that his defenses were definitely down. And like we said, he placed our. That's a lot of power, bitch. I can't be given no hold that type of power over me. Like you literally can make or break me. Like you. And I've experienced heartbreak before. Trust, girl, is no tea, but bitch, never like that. It was over time. It was over like it takes me a while to trust me a hoe. And a bitch that's moving too fast for me and me, I'm already, that's a red flag. Like bitch, week one, girl, you talking about love and oh my god, soulmate and like you gotta really be on some insecure shit to be like letting a person tell you something like that, and you don't know this person. I mean, yeah, she's Ariana Grande and this and that, but it's like this hoe is still shitting and farting. And that's what I think about with all these motherfucking hoes. That's why we don't see nobody over here. Okay, because all y'all hoes is shitting on the toilet. I hope you're using a nice moist towelette, bitch, to wipe that ass, because we all do it. So ain't no bitch over here standing. And that's why I said don't be over here, bitch, slaving your soul for this. No, like, no ma'am. So that's all I feel like we have to say about the boundaries with the Nine of Wands, and it's Nine of Wands reversed. So there are no boundaries. So moving on. Next case, we're moving to the Eight of Pentacles. This card also came up reverse. What are you feeling with that? Miss Eight of Pentacles, she represents work a lot of times, and career building, reputation, and also kind of like your craftsmanship. So what are you feeling this contributes to the reading?
The Eight of Pentacles
reversed. She's reversed now. Correct? Yeah, she's reversed, girl. So
I feel like maybe at right now, Pete, I feel like he's not feeling it right now. He doesn't want to do anything. I feel like he's kind of maybe feeling fucked up, or he's probably feeling so emotionally hurt that he's like, man, I don't even want to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I'm kind of feeling that with it reversed. Also, maybe
I pick up on that energy too. I'm picking up on a very suicidal energy.
Yeah, suicidal energy. Like, I don't want to do shit no more.
I don't want to do it no more. Because the Eight of Pentacles upright, this represents work. It represents you putting in the effort to get better and make a way for yourself in life. Yeah. So reverse, that means you're like done. You just are like, bitch, what's the fucking point?
I want to say, like, what if, because he kind of was catapulted because of Ariana. What if this means that in a lot of ways his bag is not going to be serving as it was while he was with her? Now that he's not anymore, maybe his money's going to be smaller, or he's not going to be getting as much work.
I feel like it's leaning more towards the first, because it's like, how can you really bounce back from that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you really rode the parade float that y'all were gonna last, and like everyone knew this tea. but you, okay, no, everybody knew what the tea really was, but you, sweetheart. And then when it like blew up in your face, and it's like so many people out there are kind of saying like they're kind of giving it to him. It's like how can it's gonna take a while for him to recover from that. You know what I'm saying? That's a
That's
lot to
yeah. It's
recover
gonna.
from.
This is yeah. That's what it means too. Yeah, it's gonna take a while for him to recover from this. Yeah,
Oh wow! Like
his
this
bag
thing
is
might
gonna
go
be
into
affected. Yeah,
hiding, and you won't even hear from her. Like,
yeah. His bag is affected by this. His bag will be affected by this.
but I think it'll be of her own doing though, like of her own choosing. Because bitch, how can you? Like, what comedy are you gonna tell? Like, eventually, the joke you'll just have to be the one to take the punches of like Ariana Grande dumping you. Like that is what you'll kind of go into being known for, like the guy that didn't make it, and it's not his fault. I mean, and no, girl, it's so many factors that play, bitch. But at the same time, it's like, okay, she has her issues. Ariana has her issues, bitch, and those issues were not going to mesh, girl. From day one, the girls already peeped this, girl. But these two didn't seem to get it. I feel like Ariana got it first after she got through the love bombing phase, and I feel like she's a narcissist. I feel like she has narcissistic personality disorder. Yes, she does, and I'm gonna say why. Because this narcissists, okay, and people with narcissistic personality disorders, they have the ability to mimic behavior and um, appropriate behavior that they know is well received so they can siphon energy. And I say that because Ariana is very good at mimicking other singers. She's imitated Mariah, she's imitated Celine Dion, she's imitated Britney Spears. Um, she can sing like those girls. She even did Christina Aguilera too. So she does that. And even when she first came into the music game, they were trying to pin her as a young Mariah, and she followed doing Mariah songs and doing Mariah kind of like she followed that. So it's like you didn't even really come. You never really had a solid identity. You were a child actress. So you were always incorporating other people's identities. And that's very, I'm sorry, bitch, that's very narcissistic personality disorder, hunties. Get into the research, okay? Those girls do, they're chameleons. They are chameleons. So, actress Meghan Markle, okay,
Yes.
actress the house, and they will play that role until they have gotten what they want. So, um, then we're gonna go, so bitches, go into the next card, honey. And this one is the Ten of Wands. Okay, and the wands are upright this time, but the 10, honey, she's still shade, bitch. Okay, the 10 of Wands represents struggle, strife, being burdened because of your decisions, having so many decisions, having to carry the burden of your responsibilities and the choices that you've made. Honey, all of these sticks are his, bitch, and he has to carry them, girl. He has to carry the load, but he's doing it though. It may be tough, but he is really doing it. Um, what are you seeing with this card? I feel like this is more for Pete, definitely, because you
Yeah,
did say the bag is unsecured right now.
and I feel like it's a continuation of the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like this
Mm-hmm.
is him feeling hurt, feeling damaged, feeling wounded, um, feeling defeated,
Mm.
not sleeping, not eating,
Not eating. Bitch, not fed at all, honey.
depressed.
Losing pounds, can't
Yeah,
sleep.
and
Bitch,
I
slim.
and I feel like he has people who are around him who are sucking his energy too. I feel like he has a lot of friends who pretend to be in his life like they care about him, but they're really there to smoke his fucking drugs, and they're there to benefit off of him. So they'll very much stroke his ego and smoke with him and get fucked up and, get the drugs for him. And I feel like he has these people who are also taking his energy as well. I think this card symbolizes him in a rut, and also other people like taking from him as well.
Wow. He will be in a very emotionally vulnerable place. So it's a very sensitive and those the boundaries are down even more than ever for him. So, I hope I hope that he can find the right sort of help and the right sort of people to be around during this time, because like, this is going to be heavy on him, and I don't think this girl realizes what I don't think she cares. Like, it's narcissists don't have that empathetic capability to understand what it is that they're doing. They just kind of do it because for them it's all about the energy. It is all about siphoning the energy and using people. Okay, using people, bitch. So, bitch, you heard it first. I don't give a fuck if y'all Ari Naders, honey, don't like what the fuck we're saying over here. I'm telling you, she is very much a succubus.
Yes, ma'am.
And she is very much a narcissist. Okay, she has a succubus spirit on her. And she vampires from these niggas. Okay, so
She
get
does.
into it.
It's the
Get
truth.
into it. The next card is the High Priestess, and it came up reversed. Okay, and I think this High Priestess reverse represents the darker elements of this card. Also, High Priestess is associated with the sign Cancer. The moon is associated with Pisces, bitch, and
Yes.
she's here. She's here, but we haven't gotten to this moon cards yet. But she's here. A spoiler. But the High Priestess reverse represents the darker elements of the anima, the feminine spirit. I feel like it's succubus, honey. Like, the spirit is giving me that. Like, upright, this High Priestess energy knows how to connect with her inner self, her higher inner self, the higher vibrations of her inner self, and use that to channel in either information from the universe or healing. Being able to kind of be that oracle to the divine and give people salvation in a way, or take them to another place, show them another world. And she does that in her career. I feel like that's why this card is here, honey. She does that in her career. Bitch, her music touches people. I'm a fan of hers. I love her music, okay? But we're talking about the real person here. And in reverse, this card is representing the darker aspects of the anima, bitch, which is someone who is unempathetic, someone who is disconnected to, the higher. They're more in tune with the lower, which is um, very materialistic, very vanity, very needing validation, very like, bitch, come and give me, worship me. I am the High Priestess, worship me kind of deal. So what are you getting with the High Priestess reverse?
I agree with what you said. I feel like the High Priestess is also her receiving the messages from the universe telling her, leave, don't be with him, he's this, he's that, and her not giving a fuck. Like, her having information and not using it to her best use or whatever. So I kind of feel like this is her ignoring signs, ignoring everything, kind of her just doing what she knows she's not supposed to do. And I feel like Ariana kind of gets off on that. She's a bad girl. She gives a good girl type of thing, but really she's not. Ariana is doing things out here that's not good girl like. Okay, this girl is a whole different person behind the scenes. Trust.
Yes,
and I feel like that's what this card is symbolizing. Like, she's not this salvation. She's not this beautiful angel who's pink and all of this. No, there is a darker side to her. She's using drugs,
and I think she's admitted to that in a few interviews when they asked her when they first got together, And I think the conversation was, well, why him? And she was like, we both have like this dark sense of humor. You know what I'm saying? So she's admitted to that darkness being a part of her. That cynicalness, that sort of, and I think she was touching on bitch, bitch, her narcissistic side, honey. Like, this whole about magic too, bitch. Don't get it twisted. Okay, this whole is over here doing spells, girl. All of these celebrities are, girl. These girls are out here. They're paying the girls to do so.
Yeah.
Trust. Because you can't make it out here in these streets with all this energy flying through everywhere, bitch, and have like, what, millions of girls chanting your name and you don't feel nothing? Girl, bye. No. So trust. She has her protection. She has her team. She has her little coven. And she is over here doing it, bitch, with these rituals, honey. And it's also how her career is catapulting. I know the girls are gonna be like, "Oh, bitch, are we getting into conspiracy?" No, honey, we get into the real tea, bitch. All facts, okay? All facts, girl. Show me the lie, honey. Show me the lie. But anyway, that's Miss High Priestess. I think we both hit her on very well. And moving on to the next card, we have the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords, she's upright, and she represents truth. She represents authenticity, and oftentimes our words and our information and our knowledge being a weapon, and how whoever wields the sword, whoever wields the pen, or whoever wields the narrative is in power. And I feel like with Ariana Grande, she was like, okay, like, I need to get out of this, and I need to make it seem like he would. I just could not handle it, because this is what she did with Mac Miller. She got out of that situation. She was like, I can't handle him. He's too much. He's off the rockers. He's off the chain, and I can't be there for that. But it's like Raina said, bitch, you're in that life too. You mean to tell me, bitch, you and this nigga ain't high fucking bitch, and y'all got the coin for that? Girl, bye. Like, drug-free where? Drug-free where, girl? Show me the receipts. Yeah. Show me the receipts. So what are you picking up with this card, Raina?
I feel like Ariana feels like she needs to be in control all the time. With this Ace of Swords, she needs to be dominating. It needs to be about her. She needs to feel like she is the smart one. She is the one with the power. She is the one that is moving and guiding the relationship. She feels like she is the one who is in charge. And when she gets pushback from these men, I feel like it's an issue. And when she cannot be the priority, or when they can't put their mental health to the side because she needs them right now, I feel like she wants to control their mind, because the Ace of Swords is about the mind as well. So I kind of feel like she may not get or understand these guys and their mental issues, and why they can't focus on her, why they can't make her. At first they did, at first these guys are all about her, but then their shit comes, it comes in waves. They may be straight one day.
Their shit pops up.
Yeah, then their shit pops up, and they got like, 4 or 5 days that they're just in a rut, that they're feeling like shit, and they're just depressed and all of that. And Ariana, maybe the first day she's like on him, like, baby, this and this and that. But by the third day, she wants to go out. She wants to do something else. She doesn't want to be in the house anymore in the dark. She doesn't want to be laid up. She wants to go out, and if he's not going to give her that, then that's when she's kind of like, okay, strike one. He got 3 more times to do this shit, and I'm out. So I kind of feel like this is her way of controlling the situation. And that's what I feel like it is. She feels like she's the one. She decides when it's over. She decides everything.
Yeah. Wow. And that's very much narcissistic tease as well, because they will always have the power play. They will always make sure they're driving the narrative, and they're driving the storyline. Like, it's her plot, it's her movie, and these are all extras, honey.
Very much so.
These are all extras. So I think that was a great analysis of Miss Ace of Swords, bitch, upright. Girl, the next card, hunties. Bitch, the 3 of Swords, girl. Three of Swords, honey, and that card is representing betrayal. It is representing stabbing someone in the heart, stabbing someone where it hurts, bitch. Like confessionals, bitch, coming to the surface. Just like, so we see Ariana Grande with the Ace of Swords, and then we see the Three of Swords. So, bitch, Miss P is really going through it, honey. Like this. It's a rainy day. If you girls are not familiar with tarot, bitch, look up the Three of Swords, honey. She will give you depiction. It's a heart suspended in the sky, three swords piercing the heart, bitch, and it's a raining motherfucking day, girl. So Miss Thing is, and I think also she gets off on that too, to be the, because that's also a way of like a person, you knowing that a person gave a fuck or really loved or cared about you, and that's siphoning energy to break up with someone and then to know that they're distraught, they're trying to get in contact with you, they're trying to get back with you, they're begging you, they're pleading you, bitch, you're siphoning that up. Mm-hmm. You're sucking that shit up. So yeah, Pete, girl, I don't think you was ready for that one, honey. I don't think you should have played with that one, honey. You should have stuck to your little girlfriends, honey, with the other girls. Cause she had her a few Beckys, honey, and Britneys. She had her heyday. And yeah, I think low key, if I'm not mistaken now, because this is allegedly that she like dipped on her last girlfriend. I don't know if shortly after then got with Ariana Grande, but like it was some type of scandal with like her last recent girlfriend. They were like together for a while and then they broke up and then he like got with Ariana Grande, or I don't know if it was a cheating situation, but yeah, he thought he was trading up, and this is kind of what she got. So don't quote me on that, bitch. That's allegedly, girl. And if you know the facts, leave them in the comment section, bitch. But I think that's what the narrative was. So what are you feeling like with the Three of Swords?
I feel like the Three of Swords, Ariana broke his heart. I feel like he gave himself to her. He gave himself. Him being the dumb bitch that he is. The dumb...
Not the dumb bitch.
The dumb, weak bitch for this pretty little hoe. He just handed it over to her like, here, have me. Have this nice little package of mental health.
And I love how you say that, bitch. Yes, it's so sickening,
and
bitch.
Cradle me in your lap. But eventually, Ariana's leg got numb, and she was like, "Bitch, get the fuck off of me!" Yeah,
she was tired.
She was tired, girl, and that shit like fucked you up. I feel like he's fucked up right now. He's woe out. That man is sleepy. He's tired. He's hungry. He's horny.
Not horny too. Bitch.
Yeah, you know, and now he feels defenseless. Now he feels just bare. He feels like she has all this tea on me. She knows everything I go through, and still she left. So what does that make me? That makes me like what, worthless? That makes me like nobody wants me.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what he's feeling. It's just negativity.
Oh no.
Yeah, like this man is, and it's mental. It's the swords. So
this yeah, is all in her head.
A heartbreak and mental.
Oh no.
So yeah, he feels broken, and Ariana has created this cycle once again. You are not a writer. You pretend to care about these guys, and you're really you're really like fucking with people. You're really fucking with people's lives. And this isn't a joke.
Mac Miller is dead.
That man is dead. And then you got this other man who's about that life too. And you're just out here kind of scathing it, just getting away, like, you know, with a smile, like just keying. Like it's all fucking
Miller
good.
Is no more, sweetheart. Bitch. Like if that doesn't, I mean, some people are saying that was a huge part of the reason that she broke it off. But you know, and low key,
then she didn't give a fuck about him. Then
no, she didn't, because for you to go from that and then get engaged to this guy. Like, how could you not expect that shit to trigger Mac Miller, girl? Like, what? How do you not like? How are you fucking for? How are you fucking someone? No, like you are a shady bitch, and people that do that, you're shady as fuck, and you know what the fuck you're doing. Like, you know the impact that you had in a relationship, especially if you're the dumper. If you dump somebody, I feel like to move on into another relationship, okay, it's not foreign, but at the same time, like, I wouldn't be so public about it. I wouldn't be like, oh, bitch, we're getting married and blah, blah, blah. Like, I would be a little on the cautionary tale, because even myself, as a real emotionally feeling and empathetic person, I would be like, damn, like, I'm still going through something. Like, Mac over here, he's going through something. We're cool, allegedly. We're cool. I don't want that nigga to be like fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would think like that if I gave a fuck about somebody. But you do shit like that when you don't give a fuck about nobody, and you just, it's just more so like like you ain't even see it, girl. And this man is gone. This man is gone on your behalf, girl. And his spirit did come through and say, yes, it was because of you, ho. So yeah, like, I don't know about Pete, girl. I never say this about the girls, but girl, I'ma pray for you, Pete. Pete, I'ma pray, because you need yeah, bitch, you need your guys, honey. You need your ancestral girls to come through, bitch. You need some spirits in your life. You need some alliances in your life, because right now you're in a really dark place, and this woman has, but she's giving you a soul shatter, honey. Mm-hmm. How can you recover from this? You are like, you will forever be known in the history as like her ex. Like, okay, you will eventually, you will, but girl, you know the darkest night is before. What they say, the darkest light before the storm, darkest night before the storm. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's the darkest night before the storm, girl. So get ready, and if this man, offs himself, I think, I think the agenda will be kind of looking at Ariana like, girl, okay, like 2 on your hands, girl. What's really good? And the last and final card for this reading for Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson's split is the Moon card. Okay, so we're looking at the subconscious and the deep levels of the soul, and like I said, soul shattering experience. The Moon card represents where all of like our life's real triggering impressions are left, our soul scars, our soul fragments. Where the shit happened. Like, this is the realm. This also is the realm of illusions and being victim to our own false senses of reality and perception, and whimsical daydreams, and things are more beautiful. Well, things are more enigmatic and whimsical at night. I mean, that's a decent argument, because shit be looking pretty in the daytime too, and whimsical in the daytime too. But the night is known for the twilight. It's known for the stars. It's known for the romanticism, and just that, the night has given the viewpoint to so much of what is hidden during the day. So, but it's still a lot of misconceptions, and it's a place of real shadows and demons, and our own inner traumas. That's where these things exist, buried deep within our subconscious. So I think this is talking about mental health, honey, like deep mental health. What are you picking up with this card right now?
I feel that the Moon card symbolizes Pete and his fears, his insecurities, coming to life. I feel like it's a nightmare right now for him. He's really going through the dark night of the soul.
Yes.
Pete is going through it right now. The demons are out. They are taunting him.
They are festering on her.
They are telling him, you ain't shit. You are ugly as fuck. You're trash. She never gave a fuck about you. Mm-hmm. You ain't shit.
Channel.
Yeah, they are taunting him. They are going through it in his mind. He is going through it. And he is drug the fuck up. Okay, he is in altered states of consciousness.
Ooh.
Getting
That's also with the
getting
moon too,
stomped.
bitch.
Getting stomped the fuck out by the spirits. The girls are tearing his ass up right now. Yeah, the energy vampires are festering. They're having a feast right now with her.
Raya clutches my invisible spiritual pearls, bitch. My,
Yes.
my invisible amethyst, girl.
Girl, yeah, Pete needs a fucking cleansing. He needs a
She needs a cord
cleansing.
cutting the
He needs a cord cutting, a
house.
fucking cleansing, a purging. This bitch needs a soul retrieval.
Yes, she does. She needs a bitch to sit with her and give her a guided meditation
To
to
find his
those
little boy.
moments.
Yeah, and find that little boy. Find that
Yeah.
child. That traumatized child needs to be found and nurtured and soothed because you're looking for it in these hoes, and these motherfucking bitches do not give a fuck about you or what the fuck you went through as a child. They don't give a fuck. They're worried about what you can do for them, the ring you're gonna buy them, where you're taking them. Okay? So, yeah, right now he is confused. He is out of his fucking consciousness. He doesn't know what's real, what's fake. He don't know nothing. Right now he is just upside down.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What a very intense reading
Very
tonight. What a
intense and
very intense reading
yes.
tonight for Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson, bitch. No games, honey. Like all tea, all shade, bitch. All tea and all shade, girl. So that is the reading for Pete Davidson. I think we tore this reading down, honey. All I can really say, girl, is be very mindful of that one, girl. Be very mindful of that Ariana because that succubus spirit, honey, is real. And it's not even about hating, girl. Ain't nobody trying to hate on her. Girl, her career, like I said, I love her music. I live for her music, bitch. I am like here for Sweetener, bitch. I'm here for the music. But her as a person, that does not excuse. I mean, bitch, what, girls out here being psychopaths and because they're cute or because they can sing or because they're, just glamorous, like we praise them. No, like they're destroying lives, you know what I'm saying? And it sucks. I feel like, but at the same time, P gotta be held responsible too, girl, because it's like it's nobody's fault for your insecurity but your own, girl, and you have to seek out help. You have to seek out the fucking help, and you can't be. It's like you said, bitch. You cannot be trying to find yourself in other people. That is the main lesson from this reading, bitch. If anything, to spread to all the girls on the line.
Yes.
Stop trying to find yourself in other people. Stop trying to look for other people to be your salvation. Okay? I very much, bitch, honey, I'm content. I feel like, I'm gonna be an old sickening asshole, bitch, and it might be a man by my side, bitch, but if not, oh motherfucking well, bitch. That's not gonna break me or that's not gonna shake me, bitch. I will still be out here getting it and getting the dick, bitch, on snack time, ho. What's tea? So I don't do that. I don't put myself in other people looking for them to fulfill me or rescue me or be my salvation. That's too much power to be given a bitch. And Pete, girl, like, yeah, it's a lot of Pete's out there in the world. It's a lot, girl. So let this be a lesson, because these narcissistic ass vampire hoes, and that's a video on this channel too. You might want to check that out. These narcissistic ass vampire hoes, they are sucking you dry and they do not care. It is the most, when you experience it and you are with a narcissist and you date one or you are in love with one and you go through that, you really see this, like they don't have it. They don't have the emotional capacity. They don't have the empathetic capacity to associate because they are broken. They cannot be fixed and they are not your salvation. They will present themselves as your salvation, but they are not your salvation. Okay, so that's my final thoughts. Yes. That's my Jerry Springer bitch final word, honey.
And with that, girl,
we'll see you guys in the next one.